Hey everyone, welcome back. We're filming in a slightly different location today. Instead of the usual backdrop, we're in the car this time. So we thought I'd drop you a little update, what we're doing, where we're at. So we've got news on the dog situation. I'm filming them.
So we got a PQ date in November, and it was like mid-November, and it was a bit later than we wanted, so we put ourselves on the cancellation list and had an email straight back from them to say basically they were super busy and likely we wouldn't get a cancellation because they were now booking into 2024, but we were like, that's fine, we'll just take middle of November. And then surprise, we had an email like 1 weekend ago or something to say that we had a cancellation space for like end of October, and did we want it? So yeah,
obviously we're going to take it, aren't we?
So we gave up our space, so you feel good knowing that someone else is going to get your cancellation, and obviously we are now sending the dog across earlier than we'd expected. So it's so crazy because our plans just seem to change like all of the time so quickly, thinking about this journey and how we started it in like January and we're now only in August, and the dates and things have changed already several times. It's just
it's like suddenly appeared another 2 weeks earlier now, I think.
I think it's more than that. I think we were going to be apart for about 6 weeks or something, and now, or maybe 5, just over 5 weeks, and now it's going to be just over 2. So that's really good, and meant that we could book with our pet agent. We're using Lady Hay. It meant that they could then book the dog's flight. So the dog's flight is booked, and I think she's going via Doha. Then that meant that me and the youngest could book our flight. We wanted to make sure that she arrived in Australia okay. So we've booked a flight for a couple of days after she's gone, just to make sure that she gets there safe, and no troubles with our flights. And so we've all got flights now booked, including the dog, all one way, all via Emirates, because we couldn't really fault Emirates when we flew earlier in the year.
Pretty good prices as well, wasn't it, Renee, for the time of year and all that? So
I think we've all got 35 kilos luggage,
which we need.
So dog cancellation, flights booked. What else has been going on?
Trying to think what's happened.
Our house looks like an assault course at the moment because there's boxes everywhere and suitcases everywhere, and you can't have OCD because everywhere's a mess at the moment.
It's like a scene from like Hoarders and Buried Alive, stuff like that. So if you went to one room too quick, you might get toppled on by a load of boxes, but
we're having to be very clever about how we're packing boxes, because we're having to remember that we won't see these boxes for a minimum of 3 to 4 months. So anything that's going on the boxes on the shipping container needs to be stuff that we're not going to need for 3 or 4 months. And also, when all the boxes arrive, we don't want to be unpacking loads of boxes to get to one thing. So we're trying to pack similar items in boxes, and then we're labelling them. We're taking photographs as well, because obviously, like, if something goes missing, we want to be able to provide proof to the insurance company that them items existed. So it's been quite draining and busy.
We've done another boot sale. It was quite a good one, wasn't it? We had a good clear out. So it's declutter. It's a lot of years of your life. You think, I'll just chuck that away, I'll never see that again, and now you've got to do something with it.
We're selling everything. Like, we're using Vinted, we're using Facebook Marketplace, eBay. Vinted has been great. I don't know if any of you that are watching use Vinted, but this week I've paid $6.95 for Spotlight. and that I think has definitely increased, like the people that are following my page, the people that are liking my things, and I think people have purchased things that haven't been selling, so I definitely recommend that. Facebook Marketplace is great, but you do get quite a few time wasters, so I just hit block and just refuse to engage with them ever again. And eBay honestly has been not great, so
Yeah, I know. It's not been impressed with eBay. Not like it used to be, is it? You used to sell everything. But
yeah.
obviously, times have changed. People got no money, whatever. But
Yeah.
So anyway, we're back to accommodations booked at the moment. I think we're doing it for 20 odd nights at the moment, while still like looking out for some of the rent when we get over there.
Although we're starting to look now for places to rent, and there are, like, I think even if we found somewhere to rent that was available from like this month, I think if it was the right place, we'd probably snap it up just so that we could secure something, because it needs to be right catchment for school. I want it to have a pool. Ideally it needs to have enough bedrooms so the girls don't need to share. Like, I think
room for the dog to run around when she makes it over.
Needs to be like not an apartment or something like that. So I think as soon as we find something that's right, we'll go for it.
Seeing if they let us nab it, I'm sure they will if you wave enough money at them.
And things we're gonna try and do to secure something. So we rented a house several years ago. We've obviously owned a property for quite some time and haven't rented for a while, so we don't really have like a landlord or agency reference, but we did rent a house several years ago and wrote to that agency and contacted them by phone and just said, look, I know it's been a really long time and you probably don't even remember who we are, but we did rent off you, we were good renters, is there any chance that you could write us a reference? And actually they did, they were brilliant. So shout out to Sandoz in Westbury, Wiltshire, for doing that. Thank you very much.
So now it's just kind of a case of getting paperwork in place to take over. Obviously, like, we have to take our visas first, and obviously yours and youngest later. It's a lot to do, but you kind of just got to focus on things at a time. You can't just try and do it all at once. It's just too much, but we'll get there. It's not long, is it? No,
not long at all. Less than 2 months for you, and then just like a little bit longer for us. So it'll be here in no time. And what other things we've done with our flights? We've booked our seats. So you paid extra to.
We've got like the twin seats. I think towards the back they do like 3 rows of 2s together, then it goes 3, 4, 3. So I think we paid a little bit more to have the 2 twin seats at the back. It's just easier, obviously, getting up and down and whatever else. Obviously window view, this is just a bit more. I think I'll rub shoulders with a stranger for 7 hours and 14 hours.
So we haven't paid extra, and we're hoping not to rub shoulders with anybody. The flight doesn't look too busy right now, but we have done that. I'm going to keep an eye on the seats because as you'll have seen from a previous video, if you've been watching all our videos, Emirates are really great. You can change your seats pretty much right up to departure day. So keeping an eye out for better seats if they come along. And the other thing that we've done is you can go onto the app and you can select your dietary requirement. Now when we went earlier in the year, we ordered the kids children's meals, bearing in mind at the time both of them are teenagers, and we went onto the app to do that this time, and for some reason children's meal isn't an option, I guess because of the age of the kids. So we went onto the chat and they were really quick, they were really clear, they spoke good English, and they said no problem at all, we will manually do that for you, and they did. So
I did question the age of one of our daughters. She's not really a child, but she's quite fussy.
But the kids' meals are like quite good. You do get some different things than you would get on the adults meal. Like if the kids won't eat the main meal, at least they can eat like a cookie or something. So
yeah, so that's kind of where we're to at the moment with things. It's about 60 days from the time of this video going out till we fly out. So it's rapidly approaching, which is exciting, but also quite nerve-wracking. There's a lot to do. Also when you land there as well. But you'll see that in the previous video, what we've got to do with that regarding hotels and whatever. So
it'll all come together.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Also, while we're on the subject of something different, we've just launched another YouTube channel. As I don't know if you'll probably noticed, our regular subscribers will notice the channel's a little bit tidied up now. We've kind of just moved away from the whole scratch cards and stuff that. I made up a separate channel for that because it was kind of wandering a bit from this. We wanted to be like the whole emigration thing and the move and something to look back on to like when we've done it, and instead of like sifting through other random videos, we thought we'd start up a second channel.
Yeah, we're not addicted gamblers or anything, but we do like a little like dabble in gambling. Like there's not really any casino near us anymore. There used to be one about half an hour away that shut down, so the nearest casinos to us are about an hour away, so it's quite a journey. We've been to Vegas 2 times.
A couple of times,
we love Vegas. Like, yeah, we just, we're not stupid with it. We spend a little bit of money.
We got budget on it. It's not like not paying like trying to win our money back or anything like that. It's just like, oh, we'll have a little go and just for fun, really. That's what the channel is. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah, so we noticed that there were other people creating videos like doing fun stuff that we liked watching, and we noticed that lots of other people were also enjoying watching. But then we found like our channel was just getting quite messy. So
like 1 minute you'll have a immigration video, next minute it might be a scratch card video and stuff like that.
So we've split it, and I think it looks much better. It looks much tidier, and we're really looking forward to, in Australia they call them pokies. So we didn't go on any pokies earlier in the year. We don't really know what it's like. We kind of think it's just like slot machines like Vegas, but on a smaller scale. That was my phone. So yeah, we're interested to have a look at them, see what that's all about, and I'm sure we'll be posting videos later in the year as to our experience with pokies in Australia. But for now, just a bit of fun, online scratch cards. We play the lottery with our friends. We're in a syndicate. We do that every week.
Yeah, like direct debit with National Lottery.
Yeah.
So yeah, just check out our new channel. I think I'll stick a card up there or up there somewhere. It's called Scratch and Tail. Not Tail, Tell. Tell. So yeah, we'll put a link to that on there if you just want to check out. It's only like for a bit of fun, and it's surprisingly how popular people watching people playing scratch cards is. I guess it's are they going to win anything? Is it going to be big wins? Not we've had major big wins yet.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just a little bit about us. It's not really a hobby. No. It's just a little bit of light entertainment. But we'll try and keep it separate from this Emigration channel now, just not to confuse people.
Yeah, it's just getting too much on it. But
yeah,
so that's kind of where we're at, everyone. We'll post another video. I think we got some videos in mind about, obviously, because now we're such experts at emigrating, we're just going to do kind of like some tips really for everyone else, and if anyone else has got any questions, feel free to get in touch with us in the comments or whatever.
And we are going to put together a video about why we started all of this, how this adventure started. We did originally record our first video, but we felt like it was a bit amateur, didn't we?
Yeah, obviously because we're pros at this as well now. It's just like a bit odd, like speaking to a phone, like, is anyone going to actually watch this? So yeah, now we'll kind of do a bit of a why we're emigrating and how long it's taken.
Yeah,
The
just
main reason.
a bit
really.
of an introduction,
Yeah.
isn't it? So yeah, if you would like to see that video and you want to find out why and how we started this adventure, definitely subscribe, and yeah, keep an eye out for the video because it's coming soon, as well as a video on how to import your dog into Australia.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a bit more of an in-depth one. Obviously, we've got all the procedures and what's needed, and then the time frames. So yeah, again, experts on dogs as well now, so we've got it all going on. But yeah, so yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.
Bye.